There's nothing new that will happen. There's no creation of knowledge, no invention. And look at the state of the African people in the West, particularly those who have been Christianized. There is no invention. There are no inventors. Because their imagination has been shut down. The thinking has been shut down, and those persons operate on memory, on cliches, not a thinking process. So, let me even tell you, say, believe kill and believe cure. And if you look between the lines of what that means, it's another way of saying the mind is all powerful. It is the mind that generates the activity in the long run. And even before you talk about beliefs, we have to see whether there is enough sustainability in a belief, or is there more sustainability in knowledge? We have to question these things if we want to deal with reality. When the scientist and the experimenter sets off on a research project that involves movement through space and time and equipment, you can't go through those processes and believe. You have to know. That's what the Africans were all about. Knowledge. We knew. That's why we could have built a pyramid. We never, that could have been constructed out of belief. That was constructed out of knowledge. We knew about the triangle. We knew about equilateral triangles. We knew about the physics. We knew about the... We knew. No, we don't know nothing. Everything else, man, boy, that him believe. And how him come to believe, boy, the books say. So we are robots. And the liberation of the I comes through thinking. And it's better to think than to believe. Because your belief can change overnight. But your thinking is a progression to an higher level of understanding. Bronx, Brooklyn, New York, Manhattan, Tri-State area, Metamorphosis. Healing the eye, the eye, the eye.
I'm gonna dedicate my whole life loving you.
Florida, California, Atlanta, North Carolina, South Carolina. Metamorphosis.
And I'll be here, girl. This is the start, so love me with all of your heart.
Nigeria, Kenya, Zimbabwe, Ghana. Metamorphosis.
Darling, I'll be here to comfort and oppose you. I will give my all at your faithful call. Girl, love me with all of your heart.
Pitchfield Hill, Summerstone Road, Bombrook. Metamorphosis for the idea. All taxi drivers, Pan Fusion, we said tomorrow.
Bolt, but here he goes, streaking away already. It's Bolt all the way. He's looking round at Gay. Watch the clock. It's goal for Bolt, and again he's done it again. A new world record for Usain Bolt. They say lightning doesn't strike twice. The world belongs to Bolt. Berlin belongs to Bolt. 9.58.
Yeah, boy, I'm telling you, I'm concerned. Concerned about you seeing St. Leo Bolt. Concerned. I'm convinced more now that Asafa Powell is really a good sprinter, but succumbs to a certain type of stress when he has to run amongst the giants. Yeah, I'm convinced now that him excellent. We give us 29.7 little bit when him know say nobody around him can beat him. But every time you put some man around him who look like them can win and the man them boast and show off and have enough chat, somehow him seem to go into a little shell. And I don't know if he will be able to overpower that. But that's a psychological issue. I don't think that has anything to do with physical speed. That is psychological. And if maybe him come check me, I give him a little insight and free him up, but I wonder if him can pay me. Anyway, you just consult Cassidy about those things. But the athletics now is becoming very, very interesting as the World Championships approach. And what is very evident is that the giant, the big man is not there. That the Bolt has been directly injured. And that the man now who is running everything amok is the man I'm called Gatlin. And Gatlin has made it clear that him want Bolt at Beijing and him want him fit. Well, fit part may be very difficult because to get fit now in another 4 weeks or so, which means you need high-level races, not fitness for training. Talking about race fitness. And Bolt needs about 2 or maybe even 3 races to bring himself into form, as they would put it. In the meantime, the out front man is Justin Gatlin. The man just consistent and make Asafa look like he wasn't even trying. And so this World Championship will be a very interesting thing. And I'm hoping that Bolt is realizing that there must be a life after athletics. And he must begin to discern what is it I'm going to do with his energy. So I'm going to apply himself. Will he apply himself to the cause, to the liberation of black people? Will he become a tool for marketing in the same white world of capitalism? Only time will tell. There's an athletics meet also taking place called the World University Games. And in these games, the Jamaicans are also shocking out. I think we have a 100-meter gold medal there and a couple bronze and 2 silver and thing. And there is no doubt about it that the island is a sprint factory. There's no doubt about it that the capacity to sprint is not only just inborn, but it is groomed from very early with high technically trained coaches. A lot of things are in place. A lot of things are still not in place. But the result at the world-class level continues to be impressive. And it's more kudos to the athletes who are now realizing that one of the ways out of the ghetto, one of the ways out of the slum life, one of the ways to transform their families and their economic status is through athletics. And nothing stops you except yourself because you're really running against the clock. So it overpowers psychological and personal issues. That's why on an island now like Jamaica, we're so caught up in one another personalities. Our personalities are basically dysfunctional at a certain level. We find it difficult to cooperate and agree, which make teamwork so hard on this island that we are brilliant individuals. And the brilliantness of our individuals shows in our athletics because a man doesn't work with the next man. And if I put up with another man, he must deal with himself and the clock. And every time he can lower the clock speed, he becomes faster, and a man can't just say nothing about that. We know when we do our team relations now, we lack the psychology. We lack group psychology. And we allow that ego thing taught to us by the Europeans to interfere in our group development. Our ego construction forces us to try to live like how the Europeans tell us the ego must live. The ego must be in charge. And that doesn't work in a group. So we lack the group psychology, but we excel in athletics and individual sports. We excel at boxing. We produce world champions out of this island with scarce resources, but with individual talent. Same thing goes for athletics. We only become concerned in athletics when we have to run a relay. And because we need a cooperation between the 4 people, we're always concerned that something going on. But at the individual level, we are the greatest. So what is really needed then is a review on the psychology that we have been given. And how do we get into the group construction of thinking? How do we change that psychology from individual me, to I and I? How do we see the collective we as the power? So once we can begin to see that, we'll be great at our team level. And then as we go through our sports, we're going to recognize that we struggle at team sports, particularly amongst the males. The females trying to do a little better job through netball, which is a team sport. The males in our team sports now are struggling. And we're going to speak about it as we go through because we have to talk about the football. The sport that is also prominent right now is cricket. And I tell you, as much as the region is behind in Test cricket, I think the region is up front in the T20. May I tell you, a pure excitement. Cricket playing louder. Yeah, and we're really doing some things with this Caribbean Professional League in the T20. That is show business. It's show business at a high level. It's high-class entertainment. I don't know if the television infrastructure is in place yet, where television rights are there and broadcast proceedings taking place. This thing should be packaged and sent out to the rest of the world. Yeah, man, we should package this and broadcast it as a Caribbean product and earn foreign exchange for the region. The thing about this thing now, I'm wondering to myself, could the football ever copy something like this? We're a Caribbean professional league that lasts like 3-4 months. and the players go around same way and play night matches and in between things, that would probably boost this region now, and give us our economics that we don't know where it's coming from. In other words, now, sports could be the centerpiece for the economic development, not only of Jamaica, but of the entire region. We have the athletics, we have the cricket, we have the football, we have the netball, we have the table tennis, we have a wide array of sports. We don't need an outside advisor to come in to tell us this. We must can see it for ourselves. We need to think about the industrialization of sport in the Caribbean. Not a Jamaican thing, not a Trinidadian thing, but a regional industry. It involves a travel. Look here, people fly from Nevis, where they come and say, next day the man them gone on to Barbados, next time them fly across to St. Lucia. The transport industry, I make money, The tourist industry is booming, so we can use the sports and develop our internal economy, export the products after it's properly televised and marketed, and transform this region the way the region can be. Years ago, this was called the pearl of the world. Haiti was the pearl of the Antilles. We can resurrect ourselves to our own endeavors, looking within. And then now we're going to look a little bit now on the big ball.
No more will I roam. Yeah.
It's time.
Hailing up Splash 94 in New Jersey. Yeah, good while now. And to the various cities broadcasted out of Splash 94. Metamorphosis reaching out to the globe and to the ones who are on an international space station. Hailing up everybody. Fan Fusion tomorrow. That's something I did.
And still I have to carry on, living this way. It's such an easy game to play, but there'll come that day when, oh yeah, you'll be the one to pay. It won't be long when you sway. You got to go on back home, yes, and tell them about your adventures too. I'm going home. No more will I roam, yes. No more will I roam, yeah. So long, and still I have to carry on. I'm coming home. No more will I roam. Yes, I'm coming home. No more will I roam. I'm coming home.
big ball, big ball, big ball, the biggest ball. I tell you, this is the game that pull on the emotions and make you get fever when you watch it and upset. You can't eat your dinner when the result not right. This thing just got to your the core of your being. International football. Males and females. Of course, the female World Cup just concluded. United States showed them dominance in world football at the female level. They overpowered the Japanese in a very, very cynical way. And what they're really showing is that the CONCACAF region, that the Americans really have a grip on CONCACAF. They definitely control the women's section, and they are in the top 2 or top 3 in the region, CONCACAF-wise. So the Americans are not just a baseball country now. They are a genuine football playing country, and not pigskin, talking about international football, soccer. They have made a mark, and the respect must be there. There's still a lot of people in Jamaica who think that America can't play football because the man them still can't pile. The man them still can't salad man. These are the people in Jamaica who are still living in the 5th world, who don't understand that football is about speed and efficiency and the various disciplines that make up the thing. So we don't get the picture yet. But the football now, I will speak a little bit first about the Copa. The Jamaica national team had a chance to play 3 games. And from a distance, the results would appear to be not debilitating. It shouldn't set back the program when you lose 3 games, 1-0 each, to 3 South American teams with credibility. One of them got to the final, Argentina. And of course, the expectation now was that Lionel Messi would finally secure an international title. And there was great disappointment in Argentina and amongst the Messi followers, that they are now feeling quite messy. That Lionel still has not achieved that basic level of international recognition yet. He has overwhelmed everybody at the level of the club's international club level. But Argentina failed to overpower Chile, home team, and I did kind of go with the home side for the final, without even seeing them play or knowing much about what they were doing. I knew about 1 or 2 players in the team, but I know about home teams in these great tournaments. Argentina failed at the penalty kick, shootout penalty kick position, and Messi was left again empty-handed. I understand that people even rushing family in the crowd, which has nothing to do with the game. But it's all about the emotions and what people expect, and the gambling and the hype that has been attached to football now through the media, and the consumption of this thing by so many people now on the various devices through which you can watch and hear. So Messi has not really done it yet at the second highest level, and his time is running out. And those who are trying to claim that Messi is the greatest player ever have to understand that greatest means you're performing the greatest things at the highest stage. And the highest stage really is the World Cup. And that is where you have to perform your best. And if you do it as an individual, then you give him the credit that you may get actually play of the tournament. But because the game is a team game, you expect the greatest player to be on the team that wins the tournament. And so far, Messi don't touch that part yet. So that is why there is such a cloud over his head. And people feel offended when you compare him now with a man like Maradona, who has done it. And feel even more offended when you compare him now with a man like Pele, who has done it. So sports is about doing. And until you do it, you can't get the rating. So when we move from the Copa now, we are now in the Gold Cup. Reggae boys are now in the Gold Cup. And I was claiming and stating from the beginning that the 3 matches in the Copa would be what Schaefer would have to use to prepare his team for what we are really in a better position to try to win. We were never in a position to win the Copa. We were a guest team and we were hoping that we could even win one match. We never even score a goal. But in the Gold Cup that has just begun now, the Jamaica team scored 2 goals in one match. This is overwhelming. 2 goals in one match. And what was even more impressive is that one of the goals was a catch-up goal. In other words, a come from behind. We scored first. Costa Rica just answered back quickly and went ahead. And I think they thought that it was all over and they relaxed. And a man make a solo run and just mash them up. And the score ended up 2-2. And so this very, very important first point is critical to any team playing in a short tournament. You have to not lose the first match, but you can't go out and play not to lose. So we get the result that we need. We get the draw. Next match now will be against Canada. And I expect that the Jamaica team now will come up with a victory. At the same time, another draw, let us say 0-0, will keep us ahead of Canada because we'll have a better goal difference since we have scored 2. So we are in a pretty good position to get into the quarterfinal stage. It just means a meditation and a forcefulness. And there seems to be confidence growing in that particular team. Now, before the tournament, now, there was a problem because the players had to protest. Players went on strike the day before the first match because of the money problem. They refused to train until they were given guarantees for their money. People must understand that this is not a friend and a charity business. This is international football. It's a big business. And the people in Jamaica have to know, so the players, them not giving service because them love Jamaica, love loyalty. It's them work. So the federation can't deal with the man, them know, like them doing, that some favor is being done. The man want them money. And it's about time we stop this kind of hijacking where the players are forced to stick up the federation to get them money. This is not the first time. I don't look good on the football that the players have to stick up the federation to get their monies, and if they don't get it, then they don't play. And then when they play and don't win, you say because the man is not loyal, and the team goes downhill. So we hope that what the captain said will work. You put things in place to secure the man and money all the way to the 2018 World Cup. This is the plan, and we hope it works. Things are happening on the football scene that still need some adjustment here in Jamaica, particularly the concept of the franchise and trying to bring professional soccer here. What I would say is that Jamaican football don't need infrastructure. We need superstructure. Superstructure means things that Grace Kennedy have already and the hotels have already, and what the business houses have already. Football need a superstructure. Something that is powerful and coming from the top down. Yeah, Metamorphosis, sports.
This is Styles FM.
Styles FM presents Fan Fusion Party Episode 2. Retro Gunya, the deadliest retro music party event of the year. Saturday, July 11th, 2015 at Bayview Villas. Waterfront property, Dolphin Bay, Port Antonio, Jamaica. Party starts at 7 sharp. Meet and hear your favorite Styles FM DJs. Playing 35 years of hits from the 70s to early 2000s. Admission $400 pre-sold, $500 at the gate. Listen to Styles FM for ticket outlets or contact 286-9216. Must be 18 years and older to enter. ID required. Drink responsibly.
Styles FM.
Ladies and gentlemen, Chungy has turned it up loud in your ears, waking you up out of your bed every Saturday morning with a jump start from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. The jump start with more music continuously all morning long with your host, Chungy. Styles FM, number 1.
Yeah, it's the showdown every Saturday morning, 10:30 to 11 a.m. on Styles FM. Yes, it's smoother sailing. The showdown. 2 artists goes head to head. You tell us who's your favorite. Call us on 453-1444. The showdown, 10:30 to 11 a.m.
Take us to work. Take us on the go. Take us wherever you go. Styles FM.
Take Styles FM with you on the go.
The number for USA 213-992-4360. That's 213-992-4360. And for the United Kingdom, 033-0010-3322. That's 033-0010-3322.
Styles FM.
Architects, draftsmen, and surveyors, get your drawings printed in high-quality professional standards. We can satisfy your printing needs. Whether it is for presentation to your clients or for submitting building and subdivision application, make it VJ Printing Services. Whether drawing by hand or with computer-aided softwares, we will plot your negatives and print the copies as you need. We do high-quality white paper printing that is water-resistant and never fades, unlike traditional blueprint. For more information, call VJ Printing at 893-2266.
Yes. Greetings. Come in.
Greetings. I love him. Yeah, man. That's good, man. Finding the big mango, you know?
All right.
Yes, I give thanks to the man once more in greatness and all skies listeners, you know?
Seen.
From all walks, wherever they sit up at this hour, listening to Metamorphosis in live and living colors. Earlier on in the evening, I hear a Blak song about this God. And this God must be a terrorist, or this God is a terrorist, based on what this God is doing. And when you check God now, you come with good with it. And righteousness. God good and right. Then you have the devil, bad. If he's got good or bad, and bad comes evil or wrong. Alright, so this God is so good and not no wrong and is righteous. But still, what this God has created upon black people, as I mentioned, but he's a man who would have been liberated to really look at things in this kind of text. But a man now, when I go sight of certain things and don't in tune and don't see themselves, would I say that, you know, you can't turn upside of you because you are blaspheme and you are ungodly and you're wicked. Yes, I.
Yes, I. Sometimes I think maybe what we need to do sometimes is just examine this word blaspheme. We have to look into where the word come from, you know, where it really means. Because it coming like a wall where them put up. As a man said a word, a man stop think.
Yes, I. It's a psychological thing where them create upon the people, them cranium, you know. And yet still the people, them, most of them, as I say, as a gang really utter and sound, they them fool some people sometime, and them couldn't fool all of us all the time. So, through I come of age now, and I'm responsible for what we're doing now.
Definitely.
And you have to account for the things then that you do. You can't get up and blame people.
Well, I want to tell you something now. Many people are not willing to accept responsibility for what them do. Because when they do things and it don't work in them favor, them say it's not them do it, them say the devil cause it.
It is.
You see, And when things work well, them don't say them do it. Them says God cause it. So the people them disconnect themselves from them actions. Which will allow even a man who is a Christian to become an evil actor. Because him can say not him cause it, he was overpowered by the devil. You know? So we're not taking responsibility for our actions because of how they create this story called God and the Devil. And somehow we look like spectators in the show. You know, we're not agents anymore.
Yeah, man. I see a time, you know. Them still are waiting for help from the same God.
All right.
Right? And not get up and do anything for themselves. When you give you all the faculties, and give you something what is what is called intellect, which I have knowledge of, say, only the human animal really born with it, to have it, and to use that, you know, creatively, innovatively.
Yeah.
So that is it.
Yes, sir.
We're not using these things and waiting for the God to still come help us when we supposed to, I supposed to get up and do the thing. Find your true essence of yourself.
Definitely.
And the God where in yourself, where if you want to go do wrong, it's up to you. If you want to do right, it's up to you.
Well, this is why Iman speak of the I. That I know is the deciding agent. Is the I going to determine whether the I going to do wrong or right? And the I must be responsible for the actions. But when they don't when we don't raise the consciousness of the I, we say it's something else cause it. It's not my fault. It's something else cause it. So I will say to the people them now, just resurrect the I. Make us see if we can find the I within and make that I an agent for action.
Actually, it's so profoundly, you know, the way the I put it, you know, but it sounds a way I want to really laugh over the idea and don't even want, you know, check it from a collective standpoint, you know, with if you want to see what's been happening today, right? Earlier when I was listening to a song, you know, a program which I'm on the telepathically sometime, a conference call, and it's about ethnic cleansing and stuff like that, you know. But I want to really say how it's set up, you know.
Yes, yes.
It's set up even from the psychological standpoint, where we even destroy ourselves and we don't even have a clue what we're really doing.
What's going on? All right.
You know?
Are we going to continue the reasoning?
Man, you know?
We're going to continue the reasoning again.
Well, it's an honor and a privilege, you know.
I remember that.
All the guys, as I say, a man with that liberated, can really sighting from that kind of perspective. You see what I'm saying?
Well, we'll share it, and we hope the ones who are listening put themselves in a position where they can also liberate themselves. Ras go no more. Rastafari live.
Moments and give thanks to life, I think. You love the brothers, then.
Yes, sir.
I love.
Got to let it in your heart.
Now, one of the faculties that separates now man from the animals, one of the critical faculty is what we call imagination. It is imagination, one of the key faculties that separates the kingdom of man from the kingdom of the animals. And the reality now is that it is out of the imagination comes the creativity of thought. This is where we know I and I no longer in the kingdom of animals. And I is no higher animal now. This is what separates I as a divinity now from the animal kingdom. The power of the imagination. The powers of the intuition. The powers to build and store culture. The powers to investigate. The powers to recreate. And once these powers are shut down, then man has been reduced to animal. The divine man, the divinity within man, would have been reduced and almost removed to the point where the African now don't even remember divinity and begins to believe that he's an animal. Not only is he believing that he's an animal, he believes that he's the lowest form of the highest animal because he's inferior to the white man. And the white man is projected now as the superior of the highest animals. Well, I am not in that struggle now. I am not in the animal kingdom. Me out of that. I is man. Divine man. With imagination. With intellect. With will. Some of these forces the animals have. Animals have willpower. Yeah, animals have intelligence. You see, imagination and intuitive creativity, we begin to make a distinction. Science, culture, the building of culture, the building of civilizations. These are what separate man from the animals. The animals are locked into a ritual of behavior, a ritual, repetitive, almost unbreaking unless through mutation or environmental factors. Man is a different entity. And this man is not the evolved product that calls itself human. The human has hue. The human lacks pigmentation. The original man is the pigmented man, endowed with the pigment cells in the same way as the plant. So we have to reconfigure ourselves. We have to rethink ourselves as individuals, and we have to also rethink ourselves as a group, or we organize at the family level. Now that we are being assaulted by these same-sex marriage ideologies, how do African people from the kingdom of man reclaim and define themselves now? How can we claim that two African men can be the beginning of an African family? Where did that come from? And how can two women start a family? In which kingdom does that occur? Not even in the animal kingdom. Because animals are wired to be complementary to each other along the level of gender. They are naturally wired that way. So what we're seeing here is an aberration of things that are in nature. This same-sex ideology of unions is a direct affront to black people's life. The male and the female, we know each other. There's an affinity. And at a different level now, a response to this same-sex ideology forces me to explore relationship. What is a union? What is a marriage? I remember years ago, there was a marriage saltfish with toilet paper. When we were going through our crisis here, there was a marriage items. I tell you, so you can't get one unless you get the other. That was a marriage. So I'm not going to struggle about the word marriage, you know. That's a semantic thing. We're talking about what is the purpose? What does it generate? Does a union generate life, or is it degenerative? And if it doesn't generate life, it is degenerative. If it promotes life, it is regenerative. And a male and a female, they are regenerative. Two males and two females are degenerative. Them can't create no more life. So instead of fighting now against this wave, because the wave coming, you know, it is here. It started with Ireland and America, going to push it globally now, and Jamaica can't hold them off. All the church people them who condemn it, all them want a visa. No one will lick against America anymore. Because if you lick against America, you can't go to America. And everybody here who want to go to America are going to be quiet. So as much as the church should be at the front fighting against this attack on basic family life, these church people are quiet. Their hands and tongues are tied because America holds the key to their green card and their visas. So the morality get a blow because of this power of economics. They want to take buggery as a law off the books in Jamaica. Buggery is a law that fights against same sex and same men hugging up each other. It's on the books because the Christian Bible opposes that long time. So African people were always educated against this way of death or way of life as they want to call it. And all of a sudden now it's changing around. Like the same man who to teach you say it is immoral. They're now telling you now it is legal. Which is more essential? What is legal or what is moral? That's a question you have to answer within yourself. What is more essential? The legal or the moral? And on that basis now, why then now is it become, why is it legal now for two same people of the same gender to marry? But it is a criminal offense for two women to marry one man. What is so criminal and immoral about two women marrying one man? Yet it is legal for a woman to marry a woman and they can't produce any form of life. Which is more essential? Legal or the moral? Who invented the law called bigamy? What is the meaning of bigamy? Is that just an invention to interrupt African family tradition? Why is that crime? What is so criminal about two women loving a man the way it was before the Europeans met us? What is so criminal? Why is it a crime for three women to have a husband? Yet it is legal for a woman to have a wife or a man to have a husband and call him wife. Make we think it out, African people. Be yourself.
Mighty one, thunderable one. Yes, he is Lord of Lords and Savior. Lords of Lords and Savior. Lords of Lords and Savior. Lords of Lords and Savior. Omnipotent one, magnificent, super, magnificent one. Yes, he is Lord of Lords and Savior. Lords of Lords and Savior. Lords of Lords and Savior. Lords of Lords and Savior.
Rastafari emerged to insist and make it make it a point of duty to make African people know so there is no other way but male and female. No other way. We even know male and several females. We always knew that without a struggle. What we don't know is about male and male and female. We know that if you maintain that as a policy and an ideology, we're talking about extinction. We're talking about the highest level of population control. And we're not going away there. Any control must be self-directed. It cannot be part of a global plan to eliminate the pigmented man. Not a part of that. Rastafari know that the male and the female collectively is a divinity. That the African people are a divine people. They are a divine race. Let us not forget that confusion about animal kingdom. And I is no animal. And I is divine. Gods, goddesses, royalty. Rastafari.
Lords of Lords and Savior.
Do you know social living is the best? 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 Takes behavior to get along. Do you really know that? Do you know social living is the best? 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 Live good to right, no fight, up tight. Live good to right, no fight, up tight. Do you really know that?
It's time to bring an end to bigamy. Yeah, we want to bring an end to bigamy. It's an invention by the Europeans to interfere with African family structures. So them come with this thing called bigamy. Turn women into criminals and to destroy them stability. Yeah, it's a trick. It's a trick. So the Homo sapien coming out of Homo erectus have now become homosexuals. What a progression. And the homosexual has now become a transgendered. And I don't know where it's going next. But that's not our concern. Because the focus for black people must be on our union between males and females. Yeah, man, and we have to return to the foundation where, because most of our men are incarcerated, uneducated, unemployed. It is limiting the pool from which our women can choose. In other words, we have whole per woman, eligible number of men shrinking. We have to resolve that. And same sex can't resolve that. Part of the resolution to that is to bring in an end to this contraption called bigamy. To free up a woman them. Yeah, man, so them can live and share the resources that are here. Yeah, Rastafari I know. Iman Blak say so.
I'm on the rock.
calling Smith. Next time you call 453-1444 and talk to me live. Yeah, man, I see it on my Facebook, you know, but you know, say nothing is nice like hearing the voice. 453-1444 next time around. And you call in and say what I say. Hear the twin. Bean? Irate.
And this a protege, eh? Yeah. Chronics are where you stay, eh? Yeah. Okay. Oh, wait. Yeah. Who knows? I just go where the trade wind blows. Sending love to my friends and foes. And I suppose I'm pleased to be chilling in the West Indies. To provide all my wants and needs. I got the sunshine, rivers and trees. Release. Hey. When me see Jah, me see a way. Drastically straight from hypocrisy, I say, hey. Every man to them own a philosophy. I live the proper way and then me read a chapter daily. Man, they in a city hungry and no eat. And food they down a country, just a drop off of the tree then. You see, say poverty no real then. Is what the reason revealing. Who knows? I just go where the trade wind blows. Sending love to my friends and foes. And I suppose I'm pleased to be chilling in the West Indies. I provide all my wants and needs. I got the sunshine, rivers and trees. Release, yeah. When the rain pits up on the roof, herb just a steam pepper pot on the stew. Life is a dream if you got gratitude. So go tell the regime them can't stop what we do now. Information you think on your own, or else you're a slave to the things that you know. What do you know if you learn every day? So be careful of things where you say. Who knows? I just go where the trade wind blows. Sending love to my friends and foes. And I suppose I'm pleased to be chilling in the West Indies. I provide all my wants and needs. I got the sunshine, rivers and trees. Release. Africa in our soul, but a Jah in our heart. It is of importance for I and I gather. If we cannot show now a balance that we had, how do we propose then to carry it abroad?
Red, gold and green train. Oh yes, we are going. We are going. We are going now.
Metamorphosis, rolling on out another edition from Styles FM. Cassidy holding the foundation. And of course, tomorrow, our roads leads to Bay Villa. Today, Saturday. It's a Tuesday night, and Cassidy remind me, say the day, in the night. Why you said them have me? Later on, people, later on, all things move towards Bay Villa. I say if you don't come, you go to ask me, there, you know. Yeah, man, I tell you no. Go to ask me there and say something where, hey, you don't come to make sure. Say, it go on. Yeah? Styles FM, doing the fan fusion thing. And we have a special, I'm going to tell you something. There's going to be a surprise, culturally. Can't tell you. Just be there. So to everybody else, peace unto the item. Prosperity in your workplace, prosperity in your business life, prosperity in your relations. And that's where we need it. Now the violence can be reduced if we improve our relations at the gender level. Where females and males, African males and females, begin to see themselves not as descendants of animals, but as ascendants of the gods and the goddesses. Yes, we are a people in an ascendancy. There is no animal vibrations. We pass through that, in the embryology. We pass through that when we look like a fish one time and we look like a horse, all that in the embryology. But the highest level is the African, the pigmented man. It is I, and I, and I. Ras Tafari.